I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over. Yes, sir. For the day done, you are gonna love over, yes, sir.
So, when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Yes, indeed. We are blessed indeed. God is good. All the time, and all the time, God is good. How you doing, my people? Hope everyone is doing okay. Hope everyone is doing. I am your host, Manningsman, and it is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Indeed, it is great to be here today. I know there are many people who are, at present probably disappointed with the outcome of the elections in the USA. But life goes on. Whether the party or the candidate you supported won, you understand me, you have to respect the office of the president and the office of the prime minister, even if you think you have your personal dislike for the person in the office. All right. I just want to share a little nugget with you today before I welcome those who are on the platform, that high standards protect you from low quality experience. High standards protect you from low quality experiences. Let me say that one more time. High standards protect you from low quality experiences. All right. So set high standards in every area of your life. That is, financially, make sure you set high standards. Emotionally, make sure you set high standards. Ethically, make sure you set high standards. Morally, make sure you set high standards. And if you do that, then you're protecting yourself from low quality experiences. The higher the standards are, it is the greater your experiences will be. All right. Again, thanks to everyone for coming on. As usual, I ask you to hit the like button, please, and thanks. Share please and thanks. And if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, please and thanks. Big up to Ricky Tang in the building. Man like Baggio up long time, my friend. I know you missed the platform and thing, but you know how it is. I see you over the place, I'm watching you, Yeah. I see you in other places, And I see Tiwa in other places, Triple E in other places, Drew in other places, Corey Scarniff, I see you in other places. You understand me? Ricky Tech says, I'm coming home. Not letting Chum deport me. You won't be deported, man. You're a citizen of the country. What worry you? Fret not thyself, man. You understand me? Fret not thyself. Yeah. All right. Paul, bless up yourself. Yes, indeed. Drew Ross, aka Drew Fortis, bless up yourself. Owen, bless up. Triple E in the building. Yeah, man. High standards protect you from low experiences. That is the quote for today. That is the thought for today. Today is a very special show. You know, a very special show, because what I want you to do today to just call in and talk about the game. You give your opinion if you want to talk about who you would have in your starting 11. You go ahead and do that. If you want to talk about fans' expectation, scoreline, expectation, or predictions, you go ahead and do that. You come on, you share your thoughts. The phone lines are open very early because it will not be a long show. We have a next feature that is coming up. And so you'll be seeing part one of that feature. I think we'll be doing like 20 parts on the platform, which is we're going to do 20 features on the under 17 team. And that is from coaches to management to players. I'm just hearing from them as they prepare for this big tournament they have coming up. Could be something big for Jamaica, as we can begin to qualify for multiple under 17 tournaments, just given what we see from the present crop of under 17 and what was accomplished by a group of youngsters coached by Mr. Peard. Yeah, we have the first caller coming in. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show, Ricky Teng, Farmer, referee. How you doing?
Pick up yourself, Marlins, man. How you doing, man? And all the listeners and viewers,
Yeah, man. I'm giving
like and subscribe.
There you go. I'm giving thanks, man. How you coping after the election? Or did you?
I come home, man.
Why?
I'm coming home.
Why?
Better come home and get the port.
No, man, you won't get.
Come back.
No, man, Why you think you? I see you're a citizen of the country. You're not going to get deported, man. Big up preacher in the building as well. A preacher healing you,
yo, really. Big up preacher, big up the boss. So my expectations for the match, I wish Jamaica all the best. We have to rally around Jamaica. We want to beat this US team. This US team is on a little run, we want to say we can get over the hump with them and say we can reach far in this tournament, So, I just want, the people to support the Jamaica team, no matter who's playing, just go out there, support, our green, black and gold, and just do our best,
I mean, you're in the US, you'd have seen them play some friendlies, maybe not live, but you'd have watched them. What do you think, just from your perspective, what Jamaica can do to get the better of them over both legs?
Consistent. They have to be consistent. They have to can pass the ball more, move the ball around. If we can't win the midfield, we won't win this two leg. You understand? And we have to score goals. We're not scoring no goals. You understand what I'm saying, man? So,
okay.
We have to just be consistent in the middle. We have to have, be at the right places at the right time, and make sure that we score some goals. If we can get 2 goals and lock it down a yard, it will be good. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
the away goal rule is at play in this as well.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Yes, it is. If you remember, it was what happened in Canada, why we had to score those goals over in Canada last time around, because remember, Canada had defeated us here, so we had to score a certain amount of goals. We had to score 3 goals over there, basically, to ensure that we were through, because they had scored 2 here. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, we have to just be just be disciplined. That's the most important thing. If we're not disciplined, we're not going to get over the US. And because they have to take it over these years, we have to just make sure that we can, just be disciplined and play for each other. I hope that Liam Bailey come back and can give us a boost too. We just want the best team out there right now, and Jamaica, we say.
I hear a lot of conspiracy theories. People suggesting that these competition are basically designed so that USA and Mexico ends up in the final, right?
No,
Do you believe that is a real thing, or it's just people's mind?
no, no. It's just that if you go out there and play the football the right way, you'll be successful. Jamaica is a top 3 CONCACAF team. I don't care if I'm
top 3. Who
yes, man. I'm paper man. I'm paper man. We can beat.
Really?
On the
Really?
day,
Really? So let's
yes, man. On the day,
talk about that. So you believe that who are the teams ahead of us? Because it says 3.
only Mexico and USA.
But right now Canada is ahead of USA in the ranking.
No. We beat Canada. We have Canada. We can beat Canada. We prove it. We prove so we can beat Canada.
Okay.
You understand? So what I'm saying on the day, Marlins, man, don't get me wrong. What killing Jamaica over these years is just indiscipline. You understand? And late goals. We're letting in late goals at the end of the games, brother. You understand what I'm saying? When other teams save their energy to push the last 10 minutes or the last 5 minutes, Jamaica get tired. And and I'm going to say it again, discipline. We have to just be disciplined, Marlins, man. And no matter where, nobody wants it, we have to be disciplined. You see my brother? So, pick up yourself and, all the listeners and viewers.
Let me ask you a question, because you used to officiate games. I was watching the Arsenal versus Inter Milan Champions League game yesterday. And 2 things I want to ask your opinion on as a referee, or a former referee, or somebody was involved in that. 1, the goalkeeper completely missed the ball and punched the player in his head with both arms, to the point where the player couldn't even come back out because of concussion reasons for the second half, and no penalty was awarded. One, I want your thoughts on that. The second thing I want your thoughts on is the handball, because both players are going up for the ball to clear the ball. The guy kind of did a little back flick, flick the ball behind, just like by deflection, really. And the 2 players were so close that the distance the ball had to travel, there's nowhere the man hand could have gone. Now, as a referee, what do you think about that handball call? Should the rule be changed? And what do you think about the play with the goalkeeper and Marino?
Well, I can't speak on it because I never see it, so I got to look at it, and then I can give my opinion on it. Sorry, Marlins, man.
Okay.
So I got to see first.
Okay. All right. You need to watch it and think. Yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah, man. Thanks for your input and thanks for your call. Blessings every time. All right. So there you go. That was the man, Ricky Tang. Call in. Let your voice be heard. You understand me? What are your thoughts? Yeah. So call in, man, and share your thoughts. I am telling you, a couple of things I want to say. Right. Let me just take this one from Dwight. Dwight, welcome to the show, man.
Why you say, man, it's man, long time in a chat.
long time indeed. Blessings indeed.
Yeah. Hope everything is safe with you and the rain and the weather that coming through Jamaica.
Yes,
right
man.
Now, so.
Yeah, man. Doing well, my brother. Doing well.
Yeah, safety first. As we look at ahead of the game on in 7 days, 8 days time, I think our squad, I don't think there's any one player that is going to make a difference in our squad. It has to be the cohesive 23-man squad and the 18 on a day playing together. We're good in numbers. We're good in depth. I don't think there's going to be any one player that is going to set us apart. So no need, we can hope to get certain players, and certain players will come in. So some new ones maybe, and then the other ones that are coming back. But that one player won't necessarily be the only player that just lifts us to a other stratosphere sort of level, right? It'll still be a good Jamaica side that, as long as we play together, we can get a result at home. Most important thing I'm hoping for is that the national stadium is packed, rammed to the gills.
Have you purchased a ticket to give to anybody yet, man?
So me and my cousin them we're gonna link up this weekend. We're gonna put together and we're gonna get our cousins that down in Jamaica.
Nice.
Make sure that they can watch the game, right? Because we're gonna meet up this weekend in New York. So we're gonna sit down on Saturday and we're gonna say, all right, how many tickets we need to buy, and we're gonna make sure our cousins and everybody in New York, either some of the second cousins or some young ladies, either have them go to the Reggae Girls game or have them, if they're in town, have them go to the Kingston game. So we're just gonna sort that out on Saturday. So we're always supportive of when we can and give the youth an opportunity to attend matches and get that opportunity. Just because we're not dead, don't say we can't buy the tickets online, because no, it's just much big up to the JFF on that. It's a much easier process to buy tickets online now. So
all right. So your prediction is that Jamaica gets it at home, and I say 2. I said we get a 2-1 or 2-0 at home. 2-0 at home, and then how the second leg? How you foresee the second leg going?
Brother, we have to thump some man in the head. We have to get Antonio to drop a shoulder. All right. We need a set piece goal. Away goal. I think we're going to win it, because I was observing the U.S. squad. They got a little bit of injuries and things like that. We have to pressure their back line. The U.S. back line is
they have injuries.
Sargent, that's forward. He picked up a knock. And Samosa is good.
But Sargent has not been starting. Isn't it Balogun and Pulisic on one side and Tingdir on the other side? Sargent has not been starting. And where?
But what is his name? Mosa? Am I saying it right?
Musa.
I thought he picked. I think he picked up an injury for his club and he's just coming back.
Okay.
Right. So I said they're good, but they're not all 100%. But their back line, center backs. I think Antonio's style of putting pressure on them. Mikhail might not score a goal, but it's the little details and the one runs and the pressure on them on a corner kick that will just wear them down. And hopefully we get a away goal and then we can squeak that through. My thing is we scored 2 at home, 1 on an away goal, and we, the previous caller, I won't necessarily agree with him. In the past 4 months with Jamaica, we have, I should say, on McLaren. Hold on, today is what, the 6th, the 7th? McLaren is in his 98th day in charge. We have actually closed out games pretty well.
Okay,
so,
Jason Guna TV, who is normally accurate on these things, says Balogun is injured as well.
Exactly. That's what I saw one of them pick up a knock.
Okay.
In club. So as I said, I know Sargent. I know it was either Monsana. I don't know how to say his first name, last name, and Balogun. One of them got an injury. So opportunity is there. It's a united squad. It's for Jamaica. We just have to be a united squad. The fans don't get caught up with the name with this player, this banner ball. I mean, Magid. No, that. We are Jamaica is a team. Jamaica plays good as a team. We don't have no one player that can. There is not a Messi on Jamaica squad. None. And even Messi have 3 other players to feed him the ball. So, it should be a good game. I'm looking for the good game, and I hope to see the national stadium pack. I hope the weather cooperates and people are able to travel safely.
Yeah.
Most importantly, I want not only the stadium pack, but the fan experience to be good and security around people's cars and going to the game. I know that is not. I
spoke to Mr. Chung was on the other day, and so just follow up conversation to that. There have been a lot of new security arrangements are being made to ensure that not just vehicles but people are safe. Yes.
I think the the JFF has been improving the fan experience. It's been good inside the stadium. The stadium has become much more lively. I think the final step is make sure we take care of things before and after games, and that's just part of the growth and progress of the JFF on this leadership, and go from there, man. So as I said, it's positive.
Yeah, man. All right, and Musa, Jason said Musa is fit, and then I think Tevin Campbell says Tyler Adams is just coming back from injury. All right, thank you for your input, Dwight. Yeah. We have a next one.
Quick.
Go ahead.
So quick question. I mean, as soon as you brought up the names, I forget it. I will message you then. I have one more question.
All right then.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That was Dwight. I think we have Cranky. I think we had Cranky calling in. Let me just make but this call and then
Thanks, man.
Cranky, how you doing?
Hold up. Mornings.
Oh, it look like you have put that thing in the car now.
We can't hear you, man.
All right. How you doing after the election, sir?
Hey, mornings, man. Life goes on, man.
Right. I
You can't control things, you move on. You can't control it, you move on.
I'm happy that you have taken it in good spirit, my friend.
What you do? Still already, you know. They wanted Trump, they got Trump. Let's see how it works out for the people who think that Trump is going to be the one, their savior. I think people have a misconception about why things went the way they did. I hear a lot of different persons and their views. And I think most of them are not right in terms of their views. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So how are you doing?
Let me say that I am giving thanks. I am giving thanks. You understand me? I am giving thanks. Had some lots of rain the last few days, but things are good. And I think you probably will be a little bit happier because I understand that the JFF has sent out like a bulletin to all media that the press conference will not be on Friday as was originally scheduled, but it will be on Saturday, and it will be done virtually, which I think.
So I can ask question then.
Well, I mean, normally people can ask question. I don't want to say you can ask question, but this time you can be involved, seeing that it will be a virtual press conference.
I don't want to be involved. I want to ask question.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying that I don't control who asks questions and who don't. What I'm saying that.
Oh, you think in terms of time and putting me in time?
No. I don't. What I'm saying is that prior to this, the press conference would have been physical. So now they have made it virtual, which allows you to at least be there. And then, who to tell? Maybe your 10 questions that you say you have may all be asked and all be answered.
No. We're not two. Let me sure two them phones. You know what? I'm make sure I don't forget, because I forget. I'm gonna set my alarm to make sure that I don't forget about the conference.
I think the bulletin says it's out for 10 o'clock. It's supposed to be 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only concern is I'm on the road, because I'm actually on the road now going to Georgia.
Okay.
And I hope I'm available. Yeah. Because I would love to be involved. I hope I'm available.
Yeah. So it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock Saturday morning.
Okay. Now I'm gonna try to make sure I'm available. Actually, I'm gonna work it out. Oh no, I'm not available.
I can't believe this. No, this.
No. No, not next Saturday. No, right?
Huh?
This Saturday. This Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday. Yes.
No. Do we want to say driving to 10? So on Saturday, I'm fixed. So no, if this Saturday, I'm good.
Okay. Yes. So.
Because I'm driving to 10 on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's next Saturday, not this Saturday.
Okay. Man. It's this Saturday on the 10th at the 9th at 10 a.m. in the morning. So you'll get your opportunity. So all other persons, that's what the JFF through Simon Preston and Earl Bailey have put out there for you. Yeah. And Brando is saying that you have to compound the questions like cataract and get 4 in.
Me no want nobody compound me with them. No, compound. What do I move on though? I don't compound. Nobody compound. Me not compound, me not merge, me not collate. Me I'll ask the question more. Me have questions. In fact, you know what? People have sent me questions to be asked now, which is very similar to my question. In fact, some have phrased their question better than how we phrased it. But they're using euphemism. I would just actually like playing games. But anyway,
yeah,
unimportant.
Yeah,
unimportant. But I want to say that I heard your questions about the U.S. and the outcome. I love my Jamaicans, and I love my Jamaicans. We never lose. We never lose. No matter how we lose, we never lose. We will never predict that we're going to lose, no matter how many times we lose. So one should say this. My heart says XYZ. I think it should be XYZ. When Jamaicans are predicting on Jamaica, they should never give one answer. They should give 2 answers. So here's my point on that. We have played the US 33 times, and we have won 3 times. And they're only getting better, and I'm not sure we are getting better. Why do I say that? Because in the last game to play Honduras, and even Nicaragua, especially Honduras at home, I wasn't impressed. To the contrary, if you look at the stats, they were appalling. We had 60% possession, and yet we had no shots, meaningful shots and goals. So unless Hayden come change all that into the midfield and we get better,
okay,
I'm concerned.
Yeah, but
I am very
concerned. I understand your concern, but also, like I said, in that game, Bobby Reed was absent. Damian Lowe was absent. You'd say Mason Holgate was really getting his first start as a Jamaican player. So I think yeah, without making excuse.
Man, stop so like Arsenal fans with Odegaard. Don't so like Arsenal fans with Odegaard, man.
So you don't believe that the absence of Odegaard has affected how Arsenal set up and play?
Yeah, it does. But management is 1 player out of 11. And management is the manager who's picking the team.
Yeah, but
we won't get to Arsenal. If you get to the wrong path, you're going to be wrong. If you go to Arsenal path, it won't be good. Won't be good.
No, but
he cannot get managed with a paper bag.
But Kevin De Bruyne is out of City, and they look a completely different team.
No, Rodri's out of City.
Rodri.
Kevin De Bruyne is out. We just say Kevin De Bruyne.
No, yeah. Kevin De Bruyne played yesterday. Not yesterday. Before yesterday.
5, 6 minutes. What are you talking about? Play? That's play?
Yeah, but he didn't make.
But you just bring him for 5, 10 minutes. What are you going to do in 5, 10 minutes, man? Unless you're Duran from Villa, what are you going to do in 5, 10 minutes? That's not helping. That's not a good barometer to judge, right? They've lost 2/3 of their midfield. It says a lot. He's not playing Doku with more. He's playing Nunes on the left. It must be. You know what? Maybe Guardiola and Arteta going to the same phase. Madness phase. Madness. Madness. I saw Doku come on against who did Doku come against the other day? And had the whole thing being bamboozled.
You're talking the Bournemouth game? The Bournemouth game?
The Bournemouth game came up for 10 minutes, 10, 15. They have Bournemouth on, and they play Nunes midfielder, and a midfielder is not.
Yeah, know yourself.
Why do you like to crazy about the crazy?
Know yourself is asking why we're talking about EPL, but we kind of digress. So
we digress. Let me go to the Jamaica thing, which is my heart wants Jamaica to win. My brain is saying get what. That's what my brain is saying. So my heart is saying you go into the game. Why are you going if you don't think you're gonna win? I support my team, but my brain is saying why you think the stats are the way they are. When you compare how we've been playing, we're not playing up to the pedigree of our players in the Manning. Our players' pedigree is not reflected on the field.
Yeah, but we also have. To be fair though, I hear you, but we have a very good coach.
We have a coach.
We have a very. I think we have a. I think we have a coach that is on par with some of the top coaches in CONCACAF. Very good coach.
Management, the coach here, it's a contradiction. Management.
It's 4 games in a Cranky.
The previous coach,
Cranky. It's 4 games.
Wait. No.
2 wins and two drawn results.
No, man, hear me, the management.
Yeah.
Because we were lucky against Honduras. Let's be frank. We're lucky against Honduras at home.
Where?
Lucky.
At home? All right, fine.
At home.
All right, so
lucky.
fine. So fine. Let me give you that. All right, Honduras should have defeated us at home. But Cuba were lucky.
At home, I know. No. At home, I know.
No.
At home, I know.
No. Cranky. Away. Check again. Jamaica had more chances to score.
Why was Blake man of the match?
Cranky.
Why was Blake man of the match?
Cranky. Blake was man of the match predominantly because in the closing stages of the game when Jamaica was leading, he made a fantastic save. But leading up to that, Jamaica created in the first half of the game, Damian Lowe, you'd say was man of the match. And he got injured. This is a Honduras game. Remember that we're dominating. Damian Lowe was having, people said that the best ever game he has played for Jamaica up to halftime. No.
You're making my point, you know. You're making my point, you know.
I don't understand.
If my defender and my goalkeeper are outstanding, and you tell me how great we were, then it must be my forward and my midfielder who are great. If you're telling me how great my defenders are, in that game,
we're having 2 different conversations because your original conversation was Honduras should have defeated us in Honduras. I disagree with you.
Yes, they should have. Okay.
I disagree.
So we agree to disagree.
And I'm saying to you that we could have given Cuba 6 at home with the amount of chances we created.
Right, but I don't call the Cuba here. The Cuba not good.
What's it? Don't call the
No, good. No, man. I keep saying this, you know. The Caribbean is not our competition. Man. At least at the senior level. At the senior level, they're not a competition. I keep telling people this. They keep focused on the Caribbean. Stop wasting time. Because when we go to the World Cup, those teams are in the mix. It's Costa Rica, Panama, Central America, and the Americans. Okay? We're not competing against the Caribbean who go to the World Cup. We're not. Unless Suriname gets much better. So here's the point, man, on this. We're playing more expansive football than the management. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think more expansive playing to the US game or Hardgrimson low block? Which one playing to the US game?
Like I think the coach, like those things. Honestly, I think. Let me tell you what I'm realizing with football. Like sometimes, you know, if we had our way, we'd do something. But I believe that the team is balanced on both ends of the field. I mean, the team is balanced. How the team is being constructed, I think. Like I said, I think this coach, Coach McLaren, great coach, came on at a good time because there were some defensive principles, and it's almost like the standard of our defense had grown under Hal Grimson, and so McLaren has that platform, and he has built on it. To be fair, it is 4 games. It's hard to estimate him like to say that he has his fingerprint on the team. I always believe that people need more time and players need more time.
I'm not we're comparing. I'm not talking about the coach,
Okay.
management. I'm talking about the team. So, management, how many goals have we scored from open play during his tenure?
Like all the games that he has played, that we have scored from open play. 4 games.
No, money.
All right.
We haven't scored any goals from open play.
Yes,
None.
Frankie.
None. Which one?
Yes.
Which one?
All right. So let's start. We drew with Cuba. All right. Right. We drew with Honduras at home. We won 2 games away. The second goal was a penalty. The first goal was Norman Campbell going down the flank, sir, on the right hand side, and the ball scored. That was open play.
No. I said we scored. I didn't say own goal, man. We scored.
So
how many goals have we scored from open play? My forward, my midfielder, how many goals have we scored from open play?
So the second game against Nicaragua, the goals were from open play.
Which goals are from open play?
Check it again.
From open play, man?
Check it again.
From open play?
Hold on. Hold on. How did Romario Williams score?
He scored up a header from Greg Lee from a set piece.
No, so that's a secondary play because the ball was played. The ball was played.
Man, the goal was scored and Romario steal the man goal. That's what we scored from the open play. Be technical. He stealing goal. Greg Lee was upset. Greg Lee actually said it. Then he took his goal. Greg Lee, when he interviewed management, he said it. And I mean, make it up. He said so. He said, man, take him goal. Right?
Yeah.
So management, tell me where we have broken our defense to put the ball in the net. Let me hear that.
How many goals did we score in Nicaragua?
Scored 2 goals.
How did the 2 goals score?
An own goal and a penalty.
In Nicaragua?
Yeah, was it own goal and a penalty? What we done in Nicaragua?
That's Honduras.
Okay. Nicaragua, one was our own goal. I can't remember the other stuff.
But that was breaking down.
We don't score from open play, man.
No, what I'm saying.
We like Arsenal. We no longer score from open play.
What I'm saying though, Cranky. What I'm saying. In Nicaragua, that beautiful build-up play with McGee and Bobby Reed and that ball coming across, that somebody would have knocked it in. The defender basically had no choice because he was facing the goal. So the defense was broken down. So if we're saying that the team broke down, the difference. So Cranky. No. So Cranky. If I break down your defense and I'm playing the ball across the goalkeeper is defeated. My forward is going to knock the ball in the goal because it's basically in the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper is out of position because of the brilliance of the ball coming in, having played down the channel. What I'm asking you is that isn't that the team breaking down a team in open play? Which is what we want. I'm just asking. Which is what we want.
My question was, how many goals we score from open play? You told me 2, and it's none. None.
Yeah, but
none, man. It's like 4 games, man. That's a problem. I want to compete with the US. I want to people who the US, so we're not score from open play.
Here's what I'm saying. All right, go ahead.
Management, you can just come on and talk about say, oh, in love Antonio do this, I didn't do that, but he not score, but it's okay. No, it's not okay.
Where's Duclan?
It's not okay for him not to score.
Duclan?
Then do it, right? Sorry. I don't like to beat Duclan. Do it. Talk about say, oh, Antonio do this, and him run hard, and management, I don't consider hard work. It's like marginally. If you're not producing, management, go sit on the bench.
All right. So what I don't want is what I want to ask is. So let me be clear because I see Jero saying about how I'm answering. So what we are saying is that we have played 360 minutes of football and Jamaica's never yet broken down a defense.
No. What I'm saying, Jamaica
no. I'm asking. So what I'm saying, part of open play, the fact that they can break down defense. What is that? So if the team breaks down the defense and the man gets fouled and it's a penalty, you're saying that though we didn't score from open play, didn't we show that we can break down defense from open play? That is why we got a penalty.
No. Management, not consistently. Management. If you're labeled two times a game in 4 games, management, and pointers are the norm, that's disappointing.
No, what is it? Cranky.
No,
there are 2 things. What I'm saying. All right. There are 2 things that we must look at. You can break down a team and your forwards not score. If that is, which is not. No, man. What I'm saying is that you can have good midfield play, right, in football, and your forwards may not score. All right, but it does prove that you have the ability as a team to break down defense. All right. Sometimes own goals prove because listen, you have the team under so much pressure that you're playing some good ball, they end up knocking it in the goal. Not because they want to, but because of how you were able to get behind them. No. Did we score a goal from open play? No. If you look at the penalty, you're contributing the others. One person saying that Gray fouled a defender, fine. The other one is saying that it was an ex-own goal and stuff. All right, so fine. So let's put that there. But the fact is, if we were not creating chances, isn't that a bigger issue than the fact that we are creating?
We're not creating chances.
Okay,
we're not creating enough chances.
Well, you and I don't.
We're not creating enough chances.
You and I don't agree.
No, we're not creating enough. Management. We're not creating enough chances. That's not debatable.
Huh?
We're not creating enough chances. That's what management. Hold on. When last time Gray scored? Management. How many chances have Gray gotten to score? Because he ain't scored in the last 8 games, I think. Management, how much chances have Gray gotten to score? You tell me not create chances, management. Okay, let's go through them. How many times have Gray scored in the last 8 games or 9 games, management?
All right. So we're going. So Gray has not. What I'm saying. So the fact that Gray has not scored means that Jamaica has not created chances. I don't understand what the logic.
Management. We can walk into your process. So I'm trying to show you that you're wrong.
How am I wrong? So let me ask you. No, but
don't deflect.
I'm not deflecting. So I answer your question. Great. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to answer questions. Nothing, just exactly what the person asks, we answer, and no explanation. So then I'm going to ask you. I am going to ask you a series of questions. I want you to answer just like how you're going to ask me. So go ahead. Ask. Gray has not scored in 7 games.
No, more than 7 games.
Gray has not scored in more than 7 games.
Right. How many tries has he gotten?
I don't have no idea. You tell me.
I haven't seen but one. I've seen one.
So in more than 9 games. In more than 9 games, according to Cranky, Gray has only had 1 chance in 9 games.
One clear chance to me, 9 games. One clear chance.
All right, I'm going to say exactly what you just said. In more than 9 games,
one clear. It might be of chances. One clear chance.
I'm repeating. I am repeating what you said.
I'm showing you the point. One clear chance in 9 games. I don't want you to score that so you tell me I try for a market. That is bullshit. They don't want to do it sometimes.
All right. So
one clear chance. How many chances have Antonio gotten in 9 games? In the last forever, frankly.
I don't know how many chances Antonio has had in forever.
He scored against Ecuador. I don't know when last he scored after that. He set a penalty. Didn't even look effective, right? Just going over regular players, right? Bailey hasn't been here, so we can't talk about Bailey. We're talking about the players. Now, my camera come on. I don't think they get a chance. T-Bus come on. Apart from the US game, I don't think they get a chance. I'm confused, man. Who gets the chance to be talking about? Romario is taking a chance. He scored 1 chance. He get the
No, so listen. So according to your stats, in more than 9 games, of football, more than 9 games. Jamaica.
Apart from the Cuba game, I get a chance.
So I'm going to eliminate the Cuba game. Outside of the Cuba game, in more than 9 games, Jamaica's only created 1 clear-cut chance in your estimation.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So what are you saying? No, you said that Bailey has not been coming.
Okay, go ahead.
You see, we're going to eliminate the Cuba game. So according to you, Gray in more than 9 games has 1 chance. Antonio has not even a chance in umpteen games, right? You can't even count. According to you, Bailey has not been here. Romario Williams, he stole a goal. He didn't have any chance. Norman Campbell hasn't had any, you said. Cephas hadn't had any. So based on what you're saying, Jamaica in more than 9 games has only had 1 clear-cut chance. That's what you're saying, Cranky?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
All right.
I was trying to point out to you, if I go through each of the players who play most of these games, they're you can't show me where you've gotten chances to score. Because you said they're missing chances. That's what you said. You said getting chances and I put them away.
I can go to many games. I can go to many games and show you chances that Jamaica create. Many. Okay. I can go to.
You're like Arsenal.
No, I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you one. Did Jamaica create any chances in the game? Because you said more than 9 games, We played against Dominica. In Dominica.
No, I didn't say more than 9. I said during the coach's tenure, you expanded it, and I said for Gray.
No, so,
I said during the coach tenure,
All right.
for the Cuba game,
okay.
you don't create the chances.
Okay, so all right. So
From the Cuba,
all right.
two Honduras, one Nicaragua.
All
We
right.
don't create a lot of chances.
So there are too many things because you can't then ask me a question, Cranky. To be fair to me, you're using the 4 games of the present coach, but you're using stats of Demarai Gray for more than 9 games. And
no, it's trying to emphasize a point. No, it's emphasizing a point to you, but you're listening.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is that you're not allowing me to use the point that you have made. So when I begin to use that point, so you're saying that I'm not supposed to use that point, but you have used it to make your point. So if we're going to
No, but here's the reason why I'm using it. I'm trying to show you that if you're telling me that they're missing chances, I'm even going further back to say they're not missing the chances you think they're missing. Because we're not creating the chance for them to be missing it. Right? We're not creating chances, man. You know what, man? We'll see against the US.
Did Jamaica play Dominica in the National Stadium, Dominica Republic? Oh,
yes.
All right. Did we create any chance in that game?
That's not doing McLaren.
Okay. So, all right. So let's come to the 4 games then. So the 4.
Okay. Did we play 5 games after that? Did we play 5 games after that? Did we play 2 Nations League games, 3 Copa games, and 4 games of the coach's tenure? How far back are we going back?
No, man. So let's. All right. So we're talking about. You're saying that in these 4 games, Jamaica has not created any opportunities.
Not more than maybe 1 or 2.
All right. And that. So you're in.
Apart from Cuba, no. Take out Cuba. Cuba was a weird game.
So
we missed a chance at Cuba game.
Okay.
We missed a chance at Cuba game.
Okay. So in 3 games, 2 against.
Right.
So all we are discussing is 3 games.
Yeah.
Home and away to Honduras.
And away to Nicaragua.
And away to Nicaragua. You are saying that we never created any chances against Nicaragua.
Not I can recall. No, I can recall.
Jamaica.
I could be wrong, but not I can recall. We scored 2 goals, but I can't recall us creating a lot chances. I can't recall.
Bassman Romario Williams missed a clear header in that Nicaragua game in the first half.
That's true. He missed a sitter. Yes, that's true. What's the other one that he missed? What's the other one? Go ahead. Which other one? Which other one?
Great.
You know what's that, man? You know what's that? You know what's that? You're laughing. You know what's that?
No, because I don't give a word. No, you know why I'm laughing? Because you don't remember.
No, man. You played 90 minutes. And you can point out 1 case, instead of pointing out 10 or 7, you can point out 1 and you laugh and you're happy. It's amazing. Good story, but
no. Cranky, no. No, Cranky. I'm laughing because obviously you're not remembering.
I didn't remember the header. I didn't call it the header, but I didn't remember the header.
All right. Let me tell you this. In the game against Honduras away, Norman Campbell in the first half got behind the defense 2 times. When there was 1 opportunity when all he had to do was to slide the ball across to Mikel Anthony, would have just tapped it in the goal. And he cut it back. And the other.
There was a chance?
Yeah, because it was basically the 2 of them and the goalkeeper. Isn't that a chance?
So what did he do? I forgot. What did he do?
So he cut back the ball when he should have just knocked it across to Mikel Antonio. Remember that in the first half?
Okay. Go ahead, man. So you're saying, let me summarize this, man. You're saying we create enough chances, we just not put them away. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I think the bigger issue is, are we converting the opportunities that we create, or what we call even half chances? Are we creating them? Are we converting them?
No. Converting. So we're creating, but we're not converting them. So you're saying.
I think 2 things. You must always create more opportunities. So I'm not going to say that we should not create more. What I'm saying also, we need to increase our conversion rate.
So you think we're creating enough opportunities? You think we're creating enough?
No, I just said that we need to create more opportunities, but our conversion rate need to go up. We need to create
I don't think
more.
our conversion. I don't think we create the management. You can't expect somebody to score every time they get a chance, right?
But that's why we need to create more opportunities.
Right, but as I said before the conversation,
right.
I don't think we create enough chances for me to feel comfortable and feel good that we're gonna beat the US. That's my view.
Yeah, but let me ask you. You know what is funny?
Go ahead.
How many? You know, football is very funny. You know, who you believe created more opportunities between Arsenal and Milan and yeah.
So here's what's interesting, man. Arsenal, right? Not debatable. But here's the thing, man. How many did they create from open play? They got like 11 or 14 corners. But man, that's why you people are laughing, man. That's why you don't understand. You guys are laughing, but you don't understand how open play is important to create chance. Here's why, man. Because if you're smart enough, you can cut off set pieces, man. I apologize.
Huh?
My phone was talking. Sorry, GPS. Here's the point, man. Nobody wants to rely upon set pieces for their chance to score most times. They want to get comfortable. They can break defenses down and put the ball in the net, man. That's the point I'm making.
All right. So that's
why Arsenal fans are concerned about Arsenal, because last year we scored a lot of goals from set pieces. We have dried up this year in that, which we did against Milan yesterday, where we had a lot of them. But from open play, we're anemic.
But didn't Havertz got like two clear opportunities? One, the defender made a brilliant block that it went out for a corner. The other one is skewed to the. So I don't. I mean, maybe there's. I mean, I believe that from those are not set players.
No, money's done. No, one he created himself. Money's done. The one just far corner. That's him creating something other than nothing. Money.
No, I'm not talking that one. I'm talking the ball that Trossard chipped over in the box. When he kicked it, the defender guy basically fell in front of him, blocked the ball, and it went out for a corner.
Yeah, man. You had a clear shot at goal. But here's what you're missing, man. Are we doing semantics here?
No, God have mercy.
The question is, man. I want City to get 4-1, man. I create a ton more chance than we did, man. I want City to get 4-1 from Sporting, and I had 10 more chances than we did. Not even close, money. Because most of our chances come from set play, man. How many games have we won recently? You know why? That the set plays have dried up. They have dried up, man. And you can't break things out and just watch you and laugh at you, you're going to struggle. But anyway, I think enough time up.
Yeah, right. Good call.
Enough time.
Good call, sir.
Go for the road.
Yeah. All right. There you go. That was cranky. Fire, everyone. Who else? And I think what we need to do is also match the teams. Jamaica playing the USA, and we're looking at all the things that Jamaica needs to do. We need to look at how USA fares in those things. I think it will be good when you're having a discussion, you kind of have that sort of balance in the discussion. So while you may be saying Jamaica isn't doing this, how is the USA faring in this particular area as well? You understand me? And so let us have the discussion that way. I mean, I don't know. Let me say this, people. Like, you see social media and discussions. Cranky has one opinion, I have one opinion. We are friends. It's okay for you to have your own opinion. So don't tell me that I am being political and stuff and saying you can't tell me how to answer questions. I never tell Cranky how to answer questions. I choose to answer how I want to answer. You understand me? That's it. That's it. I have to answer how I feel comfortable answering. That's how I've always been. Okay. So, versus 9 shots. The concerning stat for me is the first one, which was at home. All right, so Max City says here are the facts. Versus Honduras at home, we had 4 shots. Versus Honduras away, we had 7 shots. Versus Nicaragua away, we had 9 shots. The concerning stat for me is the first one, which was at home versus Honduras. All right. So part of that though is the like I think sometimes we have to also view context. All right. This was like a next game being played and results are being watched and followed. And Honduras were sitting back, not wanting to lose, and Jamaica didn't want to lose. So could that have shaped the outcome of the game? Would Jamaica play differently if they had to win to go through, as an example? You understand me? So sometimes the context of the game determine how much you create and how offensive pull away the stats from the context of the game. And if you say that, people say you're being political, but it is real. In a game that all I have to do is get a point, how expansive am I going to be? So sometimes we have to look at all of those things. We have to look at all of those things. You understand me? And like I said, games, and he has had lots of changes. He was without Bobby Reed and Damian Lowe. Whether you as an individual, have your thing, he played without them, and they have always been a part of the setup in terms of defense and midfield, right? You had players who were coming into the team, right? Like a McGee, who we had not worked with. So I think over time, as the coach has time to work with the players and the players adjust to what he's doing, then I think we will be happy about what Jamaica does and what the team evolved into. Because I think the coach and the staff, the coaching staff, is laying a good foundation. And I don't like the premise that if your keeper is man of the match, it means that your defense is not good or you weren't creating enough. I mean, if that is the case, then like why then have a keeper? The purpose of a keeper in the goal is like sometimes on a counter, they have to come up with a brilliant save just to keep you in the game. You understand me? Yeah. But I like conversion. Your conversion rate in international football, I think, needs to be high, needs to be up. You understand? That's part of it. But I don't want. Let me just. I have to do this, right? I have to say this because this is very important. I don't know if you saw, big deal, Len. You always speak about. All right. All right, big up yourself, big deal then, right? I know you know a whole lot of players and your dialogue with them, all right? So, let me say this. Big deal then. As much as you know players and you know those who have Jamaican passport and you're in dialogue with all of them who have Jamaican passport, and you know all the players who want to come and play for Jamaica, I think the coach has full autonomy with who he wants to play with or who he wants to play for him. And you have to just relax and let the coach do that. Because you always project to know more about recruiting than the coaches who coach Jamaica. I've never heard you satisfied with any coach. From I've been on YouTube, you have never been satisfied with any coach with the players that they call. Because there's always an ex-player that you believe should be. And all I'm saying, these men have accomplished what they have accomplished in football because they know it. Maybe, well, I would admit way more than me, but maybe you know it more than them. But they are in the job, so they have autonomy. You understand me, my boss? To make them decisions, right? All right. Jason Goodness says, management, that is the purpose of the keeper. But one brilliant save doesn't inflate the stats. If the keeper is a man of the match, then it would mean he's busier than any coach want him to be. True. 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 All right. So let me just is it safe for me to conclude then, Jason? If a goalkeeper ends up being man of the match in a game, it means that the defense is porous or the offense did not create enough chances. Can I conclude that? What is the conclusion then? What is the conclusion of a team defensive effort when a goalkeeper gets man of the match? What is the conclusion when about a team's offensive effort when the goalkeeper wins man of the match? So a goalkeeper winning man of the match, is that indicating that there is something wrong with the team, how the team played defensively? Is it indicating that something is wrong with how the team plays offensively? That's just a question I'm asking. Because how I'm reading this, how I'm understanding football is that if a keeper ends up being man of the match, something must have been off defensively, or something may have been off offensively, because how could the keeper win man of the match? So I just need that to be explained to me so I can garner some more footballing knowledge. Yeah. That is my thing. You understand me? New media? Yes, sir. Arsenal will be fine. Yeah, but I believe, and this is my opinion, I believe you could have a good defensive performance and the goalkeeper still ends up being man of the match. So I believe you could perform good defensively and a goalkeeper still get man of the match. Who next calling in? Call in and make your voice be heard. I'm asking Black. I don't know. Like I don't know. All right. So the thing is, like, I just need to know, Black River, like, if a goalkeeper has a brilliant game to the point where he's man of the match, does it mean before the game, call and tell me now, because you're a coach. I want to find out, like, if a goalkeeper has a brilliant game where he's the man of the match, does that really mean the defense was poor? Or does that mean in most cases when goalkeepers are man of the match, it means that the defense was porous? Is that really the case? Could you be playing very well defensively, or your defensive unit, whether it be a back four, your back four could be well, and your goalkeeper save a penalty, or your goalkeeper save some shots that were kicked from where, or he did well collecting the ball, or he had some distribution? What are some of the factors that contribute to that? Because how the argument sometimes is, it appears that the way that a goalkeeper wins man of the match is because he has to basically be always rescuing and saving the team. That's how it comes across, which I don't necessarily believe it's so. I think sometimes even other players get overlooked in appointing who man of the match is. Because sometimes a defender is playing very well, but the forward score 2 goals, so he ends up getting it. So how realistic is it for us to use those kind of stats to measure things? Question I ask. All right. Just like a batsman on form can turn a good ball into a bad ball, same a good striker can beat a good defense, and the keeper steps up and does his job. Good. That's a good one, JJ. Good one. Yeah. All right. No, I don't know if you saw this. Like that Benjamin Mendy, think his name is, from former Manchester City player that for the time that he was incarcerated and had to go through that ordeal, Man City will have to pay all his wages. They have lost the case, so they will have to pay all the wages. And that is just in the light of sometimes when you hear these things about players, they're not really, in some cases, that's not the way it is. And I am glad that he has been vindicated, right? And he has been vindicated, and he is going to be compensated, having been vindicated by the legal system. And I'm glad for that. No, I don't agree with men taking abusing women, right? And I don't agree with that. And where it is proven, justice must be served. And those women, those children must be protected from the system. But in cases where it is proven that the allegations are wrong, a man's name, sometimes his entire life, is tarnished forever. Because even though he's going to get his salary, this player may never again play for his country, and never ever play back in England, or probably never play in certain places because of the allegations. And I think sometimes the implications of these things, when they are proven wrong, are so great that you clear your name, but the reputation lives with you, though you did not commit the crime. And I don't think in those cases, the person who... So here's what I believe. Yes, when a man is found guilty, a person is found guilty of this, meaning that a child or a woman brings an accusation and it is proven to be so, that the person who committed the actual thing must face, once it's proven, the full force of the law without apology. I also believe, though, where the allegations are false and the person's reputation is tarnished, where they can't get employment, the person who raised the allegations, and I'm not talking where it is so, but the court can prove it. I'm talking where nothing of the sort happened. In a case where it's not like it couldn't be proven in court, because though something may not be proven in court, it may be factual, it may have happened. I'm saying that where nothing of the sort happened, but someone was just on a witch hunt to tarnish someone's name, When that is found out, that person need to face the full measure of the law. That is what I think. All right. Max City says, it was consensual in this case. The woman were all digging for goal and have destroyed Mendy. He's not doing bad in League One now, far from the level he was at though. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Lee Young. Because I'm not just going by what the court says, because a man may abuse a female, but the court can't prove it for whatever reason, maybe because of amount of years. But it did happen. I still believe that though the court has freed the person, it doesn't mean that they are innocent of the charges. But where the charges are basically a way of blackmailing and seeking money and nothing of the sort happen, I believe the persons who do these things must face the full measure of the law. Justice must be both ways. That is my opinion on the matter. Just like what is it is correct. Like that one sound like a real thing though, bossy. No. People, I am not. All right. Yeah. Rob, I am. That is not my portfolio. You know? That's not my portfolio. I have a completely with the national team. I have a different portfolio, so I don't speak on certain things. Like people, you need to understand how to operate as a professional. There are certain things that you're not supposed. You're not being political. You're not supposed to speak on it. You cannot have. And this is the issue, you know. Like for example, when Mr. Speed comes and speak on things outside of the technical committee, people say conflict of interest and he should not be involved. We should not be talking about that because that is not his area. All right? Fine. And I agree. So why would you be asking me questions about something that is technical, which is the coach's portfolio? Don't ask me that. Don't ask me that. That is unprofessional of you to ask me something that is outside my scope of responsibility. Don't you think? That is why when like a Mr. Chung is on, people talk about, you don't ask him about team selection because that is not his portfolio. No, man, I know Rob Smith is talk in general. You understand me? I'm just talking in, not Europe, just talking in general because people want to ask me questions about recruiting and selection and player. No, that is not my portfolio. I should not be answering questions on those matters. And if I'm found to be doing that, then it's a problem. No, I can't. Cranky and I had a discussion about games that have been played and what his thoughts are. That's a completely different thing. Completely, because we are looking at the game and giving our opinion on the game. Understand me? Yeah, Jason, there you go, Jason. Don't ask me that. All right. But just to let you know that there are security changes coming up so people can know that their cars without their cars being broken into like the last game. So let me ask you now, Omar Fowling, all right? Is there to be no conflict of interest in that's the thing, all right? Is there to be no conflict of interest in the football? Or to what extent is conflict of interest allowed in the football? 2 or 3, should conflicts of interest be clearly shared so people can see, and then something is put in place so that the conflict of interest doesn't affect the football? Those are the things I want to ask. So are we saying that the persons who get engaged in football should have no other interest that would connect with football. So, for example, a club owner should not be involved in the national program unless he's going to disassociate himself from his club personally. All right? And so how do we manage that? That is what I want to speak to. Like, to what degree can there be conflict of interest? So that is, I would love someone to break that down for me. Good question. So, all right. So in the football, you'll have, for example, somebody who works with Mount Pleasant. He works with the club. All right. Club Mount Pleasant, but he works with the national program. Are we saying that that is a conflict of interest? Because he's Mount Pleasant person, he's going to somehow work with the Mount Pleasant players over other players, and therefore that is a conflict of interest. All right, Management has a YouTube channel. Simon have a YouTube channel. Should we now not do any videos concerning football in Jamaica because it's a conflict of interest since we're part of Jamaica's national football program? Like, how far does it go in terms of conflict of interest? Or can there be conflict of interest, but there are policies and procedures in place, all right, that doesn't allow those interests to affect things? So that is it. So so let me give you an example. If a person is a medical doctor and they work with the under 15 team, right? They work with the under 15 team. Coming to this call, they work with the under 15 team as an example. So they are a medical doctor work with the under 15 team. So would it be a conflict of interest if one of those players have an injury or sick and he says, listen, you can come and check me, I practice here? Is that a conflict of interest? So how do we define it? And how do we make the distinction, like, you cannot be and what is allowed? Is it a conflict of interest when you coach a school team and you own a club team and you're bringing the players from the school to the club, when the past students are the ones who recruited the players into the school and provided for them? Is that a conflict of interest, and that needs to be out of the football? Carla, welcome to the show.
Blessings. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you guys hearing me clearly? I'm driving, so I don't know.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm hearing you, so I suspect everyone else is hearing you.
Okay, awesome. I think you should break down the topics, one topic per show.
Okay.
Where first you want to start? I've been listening now for about 15 minutes.
Go ahead, man. You go ahead.
Okay, I hopped on when you were talking about the Goalkeeper Man of the Match award thing. So I would like to address that first and then come back to the conflict of interest. As I suggested in the comment section, Goalkeeper award Man of the Match, it varies. It has to do with the context of in which the game has been played. If the team is overrun and the keeper has to do miraculous things to pull out a draw or secure a win, then you have to blame the D for his man of the match award. He can also get a man of the match award if the team is playing well. Let's say the team is playing well, leading, dominating the game, but only scored 2 or 1 goal, and by some chance the other team counters and he has to pull out 2 or 3 saves. He is the man of the match, because without his 2 or 3 saves throughout the entire game, they would have lost the game. So that makes sense?
Yes. Yeah, man, totally. Yeah. So 2 different scenarios.
So 2 different scenarios. So it all depends on how the game has been played, the context in which the game has been played. If the team is overly reliant on him, it's the D fault. He's a player. He's one of the 11. So that's how I view it. He's expected to contribute. Growing up, we always was taught to, try to stop every shot that goes to goal. I don't share that view. I believe that the football field can be split up in triangles, and depending on the angle, it's best if the defender man mark and leave an opening so that a shot can be taken at goal from an acute angle. Goalkeeper should be able to save those shots from an acute angle. So that's my perspective on it. With the conflict of interest, it's hard to get in any walk of life. It's hard to get conflict out of any business structure, because as humans we don't have one interest, and if we, as it relates to football, you're not gonna have a team owner or someone who is up there with a team and volunteer or otherwise to work with the national team. They're not going to relinquish their post with said team. You know what I mean? And you don't want to take someone who has no experience or has been away from that particular post for a period of time to work in the national team. So you'll always find that persons within the national team is working elsewhere, because you have to take them out of another job or split their responsibility from another job to the national team. If you get my drift, what I'm saying, you don't want someone who is retired to be involved with the national team, because their knowledge is outdated. If you get my drift. So you just got to minimize the conflict. You can put stops in place to mitigate. Let's say if this person owns a team, you use Mount Pleasant. Let's say the Mount Pleasant owner want to work with the national team. Not going to be in charge in player selection and those kind of things. That would be a conflict that we cannot manage, because selecting players is subjective, and if he selects 3 or 4 Mount Pleasant players, he might be right in selection, but because it's subjective, everyone else is going to say it's biased. You know what I mean? So you take that out of his hand. He can work on other capacity, but when it comes on to player selection, you take that out of his hand, or you would send that to a committee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're basically what you're saying is you're managing the conflict of interest, because what Peter Gould, for example, decides that, okay, I want to help Jamaica's football. They give him some position in the JFF. And what that means is that because he's there, he has to give up his club. Because anybody from Mount Pleasant gets attached to the national program now, it is because of conflict of interest, which I don't think that works. But what we need to do is to look at where is this person operating in a clear conflict, and then deal with that issue. So, for example, for example, there are 5 bus companies, right? And I am the general secretary for the JFF, right? And I have a bus company, but there are 10 bus companies that want to transport the teams. All right, the others have more competitive prices, but I choose my bus company. I think that is no a issue of conflict of interest. But if I put up the proposal for my bus company and the other 10 bus company, and the other bus company is chosen and not mine, I am not operating in conflict of interest, because my bus company is not. And then maybe if my bus company provides the best price and it is used, it is not conflict of interest, because it went through a selection process that I offered the most competitive price to do the transportation.
Well, stick up in on that. Now, the first scenario is okay. Second scenario, while in your mind it's not a conflict, others can look at it and say, well, you reduce the price to win the contract because you know what the other bids were beforehand.
Yeah, but I am
So
not.
let's say
Remember,
they
I
have
am
a
not
bus.
going to remember. There is whatever department they go to,
Yeah.
because I don't
Uh-huh.
make the decision. I just presented my company as one of the service providers. So say it goes to
Yes,
the
I know.
yeah. So even if I
I know
remember, I know.
hold on, I don't cut
Yeah.
you. I don't cut you, but it's not what is right most time, it's what the perception is to the general public. The role, let's say,
Conflict of
yeah,
interest. If that is the case,
uh-huh,
all extra
yes.
lessons in schools need to be stopped, because that's a clear conflict of interest by teachers.
Manage,
Yes.
management. I have been arguing that point for the past 10 to 15 years. I'm a past teacher, and I have kids, and I had a kid that went through the Jamaican system, always first to third in her class, and she always go to extra class, and I always like, if you need extra class, that means you're done. You should be coming last. But only the bright kids get to go to extra class. Make that make sense?
No.
So
No.
you're preaching to the choir without
Only
saying
the
it.
kids who parents can afford to pay for extra class get to go to extra class.
Yeah, if you're coming in the top 15 in your class,
And
you don't need
so,
extra lesson.
and so, it is reasonable to believe a parent saying,
Uh-huh.
you don't teach my child enough in the session because you want me to pay for
You
the
want
extra class you're teaching. That is
the
a
extra
conflict of
class.
interest.
Exactly.
So let the government
Yeah,
put
it
something in
is.
place where there's no, like I'm saying, that these things must be managed,
Uh-huh.
because if we go down this road, it's going to be problematic, because it's not like I tell people what the states is different. The USA, you have 50 states.
Uh-huh.
I could operate a business in California, but I am in the White House. That's two
Right.
different places completely. And there's a different
Exactly
process.
right.
And I may have no influence. Jamaica is small. I'm in St. Andrew and St. Catherine, and it's bordering on each other. It's a small space. So you're going to find that people are connected to multiple things in multiple places.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is to put in the proper checks and balances to manage them, because they are going to exist. Most of the politicians
Now,
in Jamaica are going to have businesses, because
yes,
they know
most
them going to buy
definitely.
trucks, them going to buy apartment complexes, and then when people come from overseas to do UN work and those things, they're going to present their place as part of the place the people must rent, because they know who is coming.
But management,
Yeah.
like I said before, in all walks of life, there are conflicts. And political conflict is like, oh, you don't want to go there. Because while it's wrong, well, in some moral purview, it's wrong, not in mine, because I understand it. If I'm running for politics, let's say, campaigning, and now I have all my friends campaigning with them, and bill pass, and food are gonna run. Let's say, we are gonna develop over Portmore. We are gonna need a couple of trucks and a couple of this and a couple of that. Who first you think me I gonna call management? I'm gonna call my friend and say, yo, wanna get some truck in, cause some work I gonna come down the pipeline. Get this in, cause some work I come down the pipeline. Because I'm a friend then.
Yeah.
I would do it.
But what I'm saying, here's where I differ a little bit from you, because preference is not conflict of interest. I can have a preference.
Yeah.
I can prefer my friends over some other people. It don't mean that it's conflict of interest, because I can prefer. Because somebody just said this, Omar Fallen, big up yourself. He said we need to get a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
We need to get a lawyer to discuss this conflict of interest. And I think it is true, I'm going to get a lawyer to deal with this conflict of interest issue. Because I need to know, to what extent is conflict of interest interfering? How do we prevent it from interfering with with procedures? And how can it be? Yeah. Before the game says,
even my work.
Yeah, hold on, let me just read this one. It says conflict of interest cannot be self-regulated. There must be an independent body that oversees the conflict. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. But then again, the person who they're overseeing body either.
Yeah, it become a problem
even
now.
the workplace
But
environment.
what if, for example, the prime minister is overseeing his wife because he's a part of the
that's
oversight?
A conflict.
No, but he's a part of the oversight.
That's a conflict of interest.
He's a part of the oversight body to ensure that she's not operated in conflict of interest.
That's a conflict of interest all day, every day. You know what I mean? Because while you take the posture like, oh, I'm hands off and I deal with my wife like how I deal with every other person. When you go home and lock the door, you discuss what you need to discuss.
So let me
pum pum now go run. Things change.
Let me ask you a question, Sean. Final question and then you go.
Yeah.
I have an next. I think correctly call it in body. So if you have a company, right? And your son and the next employee completed their masters in a particular field. They have been working at the company for 3 years, doing just as well when they do your stuff. But you give your son the position that open up over the other person. Is that conflict of interest?
It is, but it's understandable.
That is not conflict of interest. No, it is not conflict of interest.
Yes.
No. No.
Here's why.
No.
Here's why.
No.
Both of us can have our masters, but the other person can be more effective in the role. But because it's my son, my company, I him I go run it back.
So that is not. No, that is not a conflict. No. No. If I
yes
bring my when Bush Stewart made Adam Stewart the head of the Stewart thing, that is not conflict of interest.
Yeah.
The man
of course.
No, the man can. So you're telling me that my
management
boss, you're telling me that if I have a company, and I'm going to leave the company because I figure that I'm going to die in a month, that if I don't give it, I cannot give it to my kids because that is a conflict of interest.
If the kid is not the best person,
that is not nepotism.
Management.
Huh? And my company, you can't tell me something to give the kids it.
Yes. It's your company, but you have a responsibility to the shareholders of the company. Not even shareholders, the stakeholders, the customers, the community where the company is running in. You have a responsibility to those people. The company needs to be performing at its optimum. If you leave it in the hands of somebody who is incompetent because of blood, that's a conflict of interest.
No, but we disagree with you. I disagree.
No, me agree too. No, agree too. But it is a conflict because you're leaving the company in the hands of somebody who's incompetent. There's more proficient persons out there to run the company.
So me have my bag juice business that I've been doing.
Yeah,
hold on, man. No.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Me just want to find out something. So me build my bag juice company. Say name Island Dairies right now. Me, I am 95, so me can't run it no more. Me I go leave. And me say, son, me hand over the business. You're saying to me, the man who was manager for the entire thing, my son they are foreign, and I say, listen, come back Jamaica, cause me want you take over the business. You're telling me that is conflict of interest?
So I'm gonna ask you a question now. What happened to the second in command for the company that was working understudy to you for all these 9 years?
Enough. Feel me business, boss. Me ever leave the business to my family. Me can't give other people. Me can't. What this man at talk? Hey, listen, let me hear a cranky. No. We don't understand this.
Management, hold on. Before I'll make one last point. Leaving ownership of the company to your blood and leaving management of the company is two different things.
You can leave controlling interest to your kids, but not management, not the day-to-day running of the company.
See, no, you can't tell me that, boss.
All right, now go hop off and listen to
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
All right, big up yourself. I don't, but listen. Somebody need to explain to me how I pass on something to my son. How that become conflict of interest or my daughter? Me, I am lost. I need to know how that happened. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said, no, money's money. You don't have to go as far as Bagjo's. Look at Rockefeller, Hilton's, etc. They leave it for their family, but the shareholders guide the decisions. All right? Okay, that is understandable. This one says, man is man. Listen, the man right. Nepotism is formally defined as a type of conflict of interest. I'm never saying that nepotism is not a form of conflict. That's not what we're arguing. I am saying that I have my YouTube platform. Every day me and Demo upon it. All right, me decide say, and me start it and me run it. All right, but me decide say no, me go part with with my YouTube company. And me say to my son, listen, I'm leaving. This is yours. Take it. All right. I know Demo was here, but you may hand this over to. You are responsible for this. You want to tell me no that is nepotism? Man, some a lawyer have to come and tell me this. Eh? But I don't understand this. I don't understand. I need a better. No, seriously, we need somebody to explain it to me. That when if Donald Trump decide that all of his property he's going to pass on to his kids, is a conflict of interest. I said my business. I am saying, so I start the business. I started from bag juice when me used to buy the local, me used to mix up my local thing, coloring and flavoring and stuff, and get the local machine and seal the juice them, and make 30 bag and sell to the youth them and stuff like that. All right, so that turned into one big company now. When him Money's Juice. So I decide, right? So now through me I travel, me say peso. Go and run this to me, because me a travel and thing. But I'm my company. All right? Me decide, say no, me go ride off into the sunset. And I say to my son, listen, this company is yours. My son can all go there the next day and says, Peso, go and buy your business, me know why you run this. So you are telling me if I give that to my son and not to Peso, it is conflict of, me not give Peso nothing, man. I want to man, I find a Peso build that, man. I'll pay off Peso and make him go and about him business and tell my son to go and run it. That cannot be conflict of interest. I mean, I'll give Peso my company for run. Because Peso going to make every staff left that. When Peso start, because every staff left that. When I give Peso my company for run, man. You understand it? No, I did say I was going to call you back. All right, explain to me now, Cranky. If you go ahead, you must have been listening to what the caller was saying, and I was
So the whole idea is about conflict of interest, right? And can you manage it? Can you eliminate it? how do you mitigate it, right? So, for example, conflict of interest is inherent to the corporate environment, right? So what they do though is they manage the conflict. They'll identify the conflict. They'll capture the conflict in a register. They'll assign owners for each conflict, and they'll put measures to manage it, and they'll periodically check to make sure they manage appropriately. We don't seem to have that in the JFF money. Why?
Oh, you're asking me? Oh, sorry.
Why are we managing the conflict in the JFF?
I see.
No, what I'm saying is, why are we managing?
I see what. Which is what I am saying. I am saying that I think there will be, like I said, they must be recorded and managed. So are they being managed? Is a question that we need to ask.
Right.
I think what we are saying is that
conflicts will occur. Conflicts will occur in the management, right? But you gotta manage the conflict. You can't create public perception or actuality where the conflict just run rampant.
Right.
You're misusing things.
Where you're using your position for your own benefit at the expense of others.
Or for benefit others who you want to be benefited.
Which is nepotism. Which is a part of the conflict.
Right?
Yeah.
Conflict can occur. So here's an example, management. Rudolph Speed would have talked about this. It causes a conflict, management in Jamaica. You know the cause is a conflict, right?
Based on what they have in the Constitution. No.
So here's where the code is a conflict. The code is a conflict because if it was just this utopian view that I want players in Jamaica to be part of the national team, right? That'd be one thing. There's an additional piece to it, which is I want to sell those players for profit, but to do so, they give them exposure. That's the conflict, man. Right? That's the conflict.
Okay.
Cavaliers, I say let local players benefit instead of overseas players, because I will get my player in the team and get them to be sold. Now, here you manage that conflict. Anybody can imagine, man, if you say, look, the Mount Pleasant person and the Cavalier person has no input in the selection of any player that goes to the national team. No input at all in no way, shape, or form. An independent body. Right, so in those rounds to have a quota, the conflict element of that quota is being managed. So all you see now is the pure need to have local players get a chance, but they may be excluded from doing so by overseas players. There's another conflict. If Cavaliers have 3 people, Indiana 20, and Speed influence that, that's a conflict. So if Speed merit, then you have managed the conflict.
Right. Because players being in any team doesn't mean that he has an input in the players. But there is still the perception.
Yeah. Yes. So you have to make it clear that he has no input. They have to show that he has no input.
Right. So what you're saying now, when it comes on to a company, it is legitimate for a person to pass it on to their kids, and that is not nepotism or conflict of interest.
No, that's interesting. Do you own the company? There's a different management. It's a public company. If it's a public company where you have shareholders, that's not okay. If it's a private company that you own, you can do whatever you want. It's your company. You can't tell you what to do.
Okay. All right.
It's your company. It's a public company with shareholders who buy shares independently, then you can't do that. You got a way to manage that. It's based on meritocracy. But your son may be the best. You got to prove he's the best. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a public company. Okay, this is a public company. You're the chairman. And I'm your son. And you want to appoint me to be chairman. So I said, no, that don't work. What process do you go to become that? And an independent body go out and select that person from a list of candidates that is independent, you didn't influence it, then that is managing the council.
Okay. Somebody, Christopher Wright is saying that. So Mount Pleasant is in the Premier League, but Mount Pleasant Academy is also a sponsor of the league. Is that a conflict of interest?
Yeah, it's a conflict, but okay, what are they getting for that sponsorship? What are they getting for the sponsorship?
Nothing. Just them banners.
Then
Just
the conflict is not material, right? It's not material. Now, if you can show something that's behind the scenes that we don't know about, it's a different story. But if it's altruism, where they want the league to do well, and it's a conflict, then the management is that, like, you know what? Let's make sure.
Yeah, but Cranky, that is, you see, this is a thin line, you know, because you believe that the owners of City could sponsor the Premier League. That would be accepted.
No, it wouldn't be accepted. But here's the difference, management. Here's the difference. If you're going to then say City have look, the Premier League, the 20 teams run the Premier League, right? They run the Premier League. So each person has a vote about whether that's okay or not. Right?
Yeah.
They can just randomly do it. Each team has a vote on that. So it will never happen unless each team agrees to it.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with Mount Pleasant. It is the clubs who are all the shareholders in the league. The league is owned by the clubs.
And they voted for it, right?
Yes.
So the conflict is moot. Because everybody agreed to it. If you're saying it's a conflict, but we all know and we all agree it's fine, then that's fine. All the stakeholders agree it's fine.
Okay. So,
all the people make this decision it's fine. Then you can't say it's a conflict because who are you hurting in the process? Who's being hurt in the process, management?
But what Andre is saying is that maybe no one is being hurt because he's saying the appearance of conflict is also an issue.
Yes, but that's our public thing, management. If you run a league, management, all the teams in the league agree that management should sponsor the league. If management get relegated to the performance, is he going to be able to stay up because he must sponsor the league? Those are things you got to think about. Imagine the conflict.
Okay.
Right? But if all the shareholders says, look, man, if each team says, okay, what are we talking about then? Who's being hurt? And who's going to be upset about it? And why would they be upset?
Okay.
Right? They're going to be upset about. All the teams say it's okay. So I don't see what that issue is. But if you're going to say, for example, Cavaliers, they get their players in at the expense of Mount Pleasant, at the expense of Harborview, at the expense of Portmore, that can be okay, management. Right? Because Rudolph, I'm not saying that's the case, but because we're a technical director and has influence, he gets his players in, that can be okay. If that's the case, that's the point.
Okay, I understand.
That's the point. All right.
Yeah, man. All right, then, Cranky. All right, son. Kyle McDonald, what do you want to talk? Call in and talk, no, Kyle McDonald. This is the thing, the people. When you hear someone on the phone, when someone is on the phone, right, and they're having a conversation going on. Remember, you know, Kyle, you can call in and talk, man, and change the discussion. What you want to talk about? That is how we started the show. You know? We only have 12 minutes left. So, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk? What do you want to talk about? Talk to me, Kyle. What do you want to talk about? A conflict of interest occurs when an individual's personal interests or relationships potentially interfere with their professional responsibilities and decision making. Okay. So, sir, before the game, if you passed on the leadership of your club to the players, is that a conflict of interest to your sons to run it and go in retirement? Would you call that a conflict of interest? We're getting a feedback from this caller. This is the great one, Mr. Maxwell himself. Good afternoon, Mr. Maxwell. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. You have the earwaves for yourself.
I just want to say something to your discussion. Quick. Cranky and the call still I'm gone.
No, he's gone.
Oh, okay. Because what I wanted to say was if you have a company, right? And you work in the okay, let's say the legal department, okay? Right? And contracts are be. You have nothing to do with the department that does contracts, right? And a contract is given out coincidentally to a company that your wife is a shareholder, but you have nothing to do with that department. You don't have any influence there. You don't have any dealings with that department. How can somebody classify that? That can't be classified as a contract.
Yeah, but that's what Cranky was saying. Cranky was saying, as long as if Mr. Speed don't have any say in the selection of players, then the conflict is being managed. There is still a conflict of interest, but it is being managed because he's not making the decision like the definition says. He says, however, if the persons, whether it be Mount Pleasant or Arnett Garners, if those persons end up in the decision-making capacity, then it means that there is a conflict of interest and it is not being managed, because it can be managed if proper checks and balances are in place. So as long as you keep them out of the decision-making process that would aid their interest, then that is what he was saying, basically. I don't know if you understood it that way, but that is what I think he was saying.
I get that part, but the other part now, where a club would be literally advertising, for youngsters to come to their thing on national TV. That's a big gain. That's a lot of clubs would wish they could be able to do that.
But that is why Cranky said,
it's a huge. There's a lot to gain from that.
Fine, but Mount Pleasant, to be fair, Cranky also said this, which is the case with Mount Pleasant. The league is owned by the shareholders of the league, who are the clubs. There would have been a vote, and they all voted that this club should sponsor the league. Therefore, there is no conflict, because the league, that's what Cranky said, the owners of the league voted them to do it. So you can't say there's a conflict.
Okay.
So if however, you understand what I mean? So if it were that somebody just
okay with that.
Yeah. That makes sense?
Yeah, man, I'm okay with it now. Like, put in that context.
You know, I need to,
then, man.
I need to hold you account. I need to hold you accountable, boss. How come Calabar not got through?
Huh?
How Calabar not got through?
No, hold on.
You're not holding on, boss.
You have been listening to me, and I've posted it publicly all the while that the Calabar team that is there is a team is for 2025-2026. The Calabar unit only loses one player this year.
That's a goalkeeper.
You got that?
That's a goalkeeper.
You got that? And I've made it public that the Calabar team, right. And I said I've made it public, the Calabar team, and 2026. Possibly 2027. But there's nobody beating Calabar next year. Everybody comes back. And the following year, but the entire team that you see now.
Leader, I don't want you to say these things. And when we get back to this time next year, you're just a leader. Nobody is beating Calabar next year. That's what you're saying.
At the start of this season, after I saw Mona, and we'll talk about this at the end of the season when Mona wins. I said that what I see Mona doing, they're ahead of almost every team out there right now.
Okay.
They're going to win. And I'll tell you the reason after the competition why they won.
You have Mona, Casey, JC, and Tivoli in one group.
Mona and Catherine should be in the final. Yeah, but Mona and Catherine will be in the finals. But Mona is not even a little cut.
So who not coming through that group?
That's another thing.
JC
anyway,
KC.
Manins, Maficot. Yeah?
You're
come on.
I must have bread.
Right. Gone.
All right, leader, that answering that one. Who make it out of that group? The man said next year, nobody is going to beat Calabar next year, yeah, sir. But big match this Sunday in the JPL, people. Match of the season. You can't miss it. Listen, I'm so sorry that the rain came, because the Mount Pleasant, I was looking forward to Mount Pleasant versus Veer Phoenix, but it's not happening. But this Sunday, make your way to Sabina Park. It will be none other than Veer versus Cavaliers. Rudolph Speed versus Craig Butler. Sunday. Call security. Cause they want go fire. I am glad that the teams get a long time to prepare and Cavaliers have no club championship game. I hope that all the players from both teams are in good health and good condition. The Bull versus the Speed. Yeah. Hold on. Man, good morning. Good mornings, man. Could you explain the conversation between you and Huntley Dixon in the Zoom meeting Monday? It came off combative or maybe aggressive. The other person and the other me? Me combative and the other and Huntley Dixon. Richard, I know him. Richard Ferguson. Huntley Dixon said I came off combative to him. Me? Ask anybody. Anybody else who was in that meeting. Who no answer this. Me just put up the comment for the seat, people. Me? Me, boss. Boss. Bossy. The recording is there. Go on listen. Somebody send him the recording. Richard Ferguson. Make somebody send you the recording, boss. Are the wrong person yet? No, nothing like that, my boss. Me? Oh, you mean he came up? No, man, I'm good, man. I just didn't want the meeting to be like a back and forth and stuff. No, man, I'm good, man. But I wasn't. I just said, okay, because I think I was asking a question. And then he said something. And so I said, you didn't let me finish. And I just said, no, man, it's okay. Because the meeting wasn't really for me. Yeah, you understand me? The meeting wasn't really for me. So I just felt like the less I say, it would be better for like Huntley and for Kyle and for Errol. I wanted them to talk. I just wanted to make a couple of points in terms of, because my only issue is that we not only want to get fans into the stands, but we want the fans to support the team when they get inside the stands and not just be silent and cussing, but to be chanting and make. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. But I wasn't, no, man. Dub Hub a good youth, man. They're doing a lot of good things. No, man, I don't have any problem with Dub Hub, man. I don't have any problem with Dub Hub. I don't have any problem with Kyle and stuff. You understand me? Yeah. Yeah. I just didn't want to get along, so I don't know. Respect what I realize you were saying. I don't think he was. If you know Dub Hub, that's his nature. Dub Hub will answer everything. He might go argue everything. I just see him style that. But he does things, get things done. You have to give him credit. Big him up. Because it's a big initiative that they are on. But I just felt like, you understand me? I just felt like I needed to give them the opportunity. So I said, no, that's fine. Let the question go, man. Yeah. So that is it. But no, man. Listen, you don't understand. This is a big thing, you know. Those three groups. And you don't even, Yardman Army not even in that yet. You know. That is AQ and them guys, you know. So this is a big thing for Jamaica's football and looking forward to it. Yeah. But if he got the impression that I was being combative, I'm very sorry. No, yet. Richard Ferguson. Here's the thing. There are several different. All right. What is the name of Dub Hub group? Because that group is different from Kyle's group. And that's different from Errol's group. And that's different from, I think Cranky raised that question saying that there should be one group. So I don't like, I think Reggae Boys community is Dub Hub, don't it? Yeah. So you have Reggae Boys. Yeah, Reggae Boys community is Dub Hub. Kyle Group is different. Or so Richie and Dub Hub part of the same group. Kyle Group. So this is Dub Hub Group. Right? What's Kyle Group again? Reggae Boys Supporters Club. That is Kyle. So the Kyle's group is different from our Reggae Boys Supporters Club, RGSC. Is different from Reggae Boys Community, which is different from Yardman. Dub Hub, where the Dub Hub? Because see, I'm gonna ask her who start the whole thing. I don't even know Richard. Dub Hub, I know Dub Hub, I run it right here now with a group of people. Dub Hub. Where they? Let me see if I can call. I wonder if I can call him, I want to find out what happened. Dub. They man have a whole heap of number, They even know if I can get him. Let's see if I can get him. Because they man have plenty numbers, Let me see if I can get him. Save him. I don't know. You probably listen. Good afternoon, man. Listen, before you say anything you say or do will be used against it. I am live on I Am Sure Sports, and I have a Richard Ferguson asking who he said, I'm confused on who started the whole initiative, because I always see a guy on the ground taking pics and doing content. So I just want to get to know. I was sharing to people for them to donate.
Okay, you mean the Reggae Boys community thing?
All right. So what is the name of your organization?
What I am a part of. It's called the Reggae Boys community.
Reggae Boys community. Okay. Which is, like I told him, it's different from Kyle.
Right.
Because Kyle is the Reggae Boys Supporters Club.
Yes, and then there's another gentleman called Errol that have one. I don't.
And then you have AQ and those guys who have Yardman Army business. So that's the next one.
Yes.
All right. So yours is Reggae Boys community.
The one that I'm a part of. Yeah, Reggae Boys community.
All right. So forgive me, people, because I always told them that you are like the lead person, but you are not the person. You're not the lead person.
All right. So there are no thing where you say lead. All right. Like everybody personality different. And I'm probably the brave person, not the lead person, the brave.
You're the front of the pack, but you're not leading.
Right. Like me just like me just brave, but I would say.
Okay. Because
we have executive board and we talk, and then I might say it, then me speak, and then we have some other man say other things. But it's all of us, you know what I mean?
But he's saying that, but we can't see who we want to donate to. He's hiding it like he's hiding on a public platform. We need, huh?
Oh, okay. So we're happy now. The other day I go up on what you call it? The call, the thing But you me not used to them thing the mornings, man. Me sit down in my house and naturally the sun, the sun rise in the east and set in the west. After the record, gentlemen, you're not donating to me. You're donating to an organization with a lot of members. Right? But I understand his feeling saying he
I see what you mean. So what he was saying under JFF call saying they couldn't see you.
Yes.
No, I get it. Okay. Yeah. No, I get it. Okay. I get it now.
But for the record, the Jamaica Football Federation, for me to deal with them, they have a copy of my driver's license for me to get the whatever whatever we work out, they know me, and whoever know me. But if the person that want to see me a picture, tell him to give me a number and I'll send him copy of my driver's license. If that's what he wants.
All right, so you hear that, Richard Ferguson. If you want to see them, he's saying that. Let me make it clear. You're not donating to him. You're donating to the Reggae Boys community.
I donate my time, money, and energy to also.
Right. So he says, but if you would like to see him, I don't know what you want to see him. You can you can you man want to know if you're therapy. Yeah, that's what this but me there, man. Right. But but if you want to see him, he says that you can send his number and he will send you
Okay, so man, is my personal number, right? So let me tell him I'm gonna give him the company number. So when he make that donation, the money go into the Reggae Boys community charitable organization. As far as donating, I am okay. I don't want any money. So I give the Reggae Boys community my energy and my I would say my innovative.
So it is a charitable, it is registered as a charitable organization.
Yes.
Lord have mercy. This Richard Ferguson asks one question. Double B, I'm gonna do it. Because you must say, who are the other members or how many members is a part of the executive group? Just like how we met a few from the Yard Army, because people is really funny. You're doing it on the base. On the base, disrespect. But so who are
tell him me understand, but tell him do me a favor and don't donate for now. And him can call me. So me gonna give him let me give him this number, man. This is the company. This is the number that belongs to the company. It is 440 732 9086. So that's the
9086.
9086. So that's the company number. And if I'm interested in me as an individual, my number is 708.
Me don't like the part they're interested in you.
Me don't know. If you say, well, see me.
What is the number?
Which one? The business number or my number?
Your number. No joking, but maybe he wants to donate.
440 732
732. No, that is the company number, man.
Yeah, so when you donate, that's the company number. You can cash up or Zelle to, so that goes straight to the company. So me personally, man, me not really want a donation to myself.
No, man, and I don't think he's trying to donate to you. So the executive of how many persons are in the executive arm of the company?
11.
11, including you.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you no, sorry, I want to comment from Jason, but me I lost him. But are you in a position to name some of the executives, or you don't want to do that?
Yeah. I can name Adrian Allen, which is our president. I can name Kimo Hunter. I don't remember in position, but him are the man with the most of the growing work at Jamaica. We can name Tennessee, right?
Tennessee Neil.
Yeah, Neil Alvarango, right? Yeah. I know them, me have all of them. We can, a lot of them, but should be so familiar with them, with I call nickname. But we have been meeting regular.
Just call a couple of the nicknames. Can you give it, yeah.
Right, Grimy, night, Texican, Kevin, well, me know Kevin by read name, which are Kevin Reed,
yeah.
Managada Demario Makala,
yeah,
and me could go on and name some more.
So you see, you get some of the name of the executive. I was in the group, already, to be honest, but I never liked the way how go by asking for money. So I leave out, but going forward, try to tweak the how you go by getting the donation.
Me other ask to donate. Me other man ask to donation, right? So there's a way to. Since him, all right. If you want to donate, man, you will donate. So this is what me do. You say if me call you and you tell me to call you about January 31st, 2040, me write it down and me call you about that date there, right? So we up now. Some people don't want to donate, but then tell you something and then promise you. So because me follow up with them, right? Then say me bother them.
Okay, I see. Like because Richard Ferguson keep bringing up Richie Royal name, and he's asking, "What about Richie Royal?" So I feel like there is something else that is behind this.
All right. That I rather what I don't know who Mr. Ferguson is, but Richie Royal, me and him have a conversation. I think day before yesterday, and he do a lot of groundwork in Jamaica. So he's gonna be so for the record, this Monday there's a thing called Uptown Monday.
Yeah.
Right. So the Rangers community will be like showcasing the game. We'll be giving away probably 15 to 30 tickets. And then Mr. Richie Royal will be there organizing that and giving us footage.
Okay, so at Uptown Mondays.
Yeah, this Monday.
Reggae Boys community. This Monday.
We'll be
giving away 30 tickets for the game.
No, I said 30. We don't decide on the number yet.
Okay. Don't decide on the number. And that will be done by Richie Royal.
There, like, making, conducting things and making sure things done the right way.
Okay. So, all right. So, Richard Ferguson, right? You get all the information you want. So, I hope with all the information you get now, bossy, you make a donation. You could never ask so much. You could never ask so much question and not donating,
Yeah.
You could never come and get them big responses here and there. You understand?
Man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Me respect we do that YouTube something, yeah. That man, what's a man? I was a private man in the football world, but me not something man. Me just pick it up, man, and me start help, and I do it right way, man.
Yeah.
So by doing it right way, me I meet the right people, them and the right people, them I say, this is what him okay with money. You don't have to question him with money. And then I meet people, man. And the more nice people I meet, and the more the people I'm in a position easy man, because I since March and right away, and all right, man, there for years I never dep on the JFF social media. And me and my brethren them start this thing since March, chemo on town somewhere away. And the JFF recognize way. Them recognize for the work where we are doing. Me don't know if me do it too easy, man. Me don't know. Me don't know if me the American just figure out some things in Jamaica where people think hard to do. And it just come easy to me cause to make me can't help that me have an innovative mind. And as such, I just so God make me. Me just like when them see problem is the solution. When them think
hard. On the day in the club. Depend that.
No, but press our brethren, man. Press our brethren. Man, like a band, they are Jamaica banana, right? The next game, we are gonna have him with and him and knock them in the stadium, and that got me in the next game. You see them flag where you see we play that where you see big in Europe.
Yeah,
we are gonna have them there the game. I just
awesome.
Them think
but you know the Demo the original pot cover man. Him just have no color upon them. Yeah, but cause Demo, when Demo go matching them now, have him pot cover,
Me come up with the idea of put cover upon the pot cover them the Jamaican color. Me can send them thing there.
Yeah.
You see all water. Me get water for spot the band T-shirt. Me don't know man. I just work me I do. And me just had it because me and my brethren them come together and we are do it the right way. And that's it. Me don't know.
I'll make it to still. You forget some of the people them when the national anthem no band now play. So when the national anthem a play, you see the people them were they at the place.
Man, you know me have to blame you too. You know why me have to blame you? Tell you why me have to.
Why you blame?
You know why Let me tell you when you act like you not have contact. You remember one time me I run around and I said whole heap of people to get link to get the ticket them at the Discord. And when me call you know them people the way you put me into management. Them people they rate me up until today, yeah, and now you put me in touch with them. You know, me tell people them something management and them ask a question.
No, I never tell nobody. No, I mean why you talk. No, that is not my job.
You know, me tell them, sir.
No, we're not gonna do that still.
You know, me tell them, sir.
Man, you have to be like a duck. You have to be like a duck. You have to make all of the movement underneath the water. You see the duck away. You see the duck away on top of the water. You mustn't let people know that the most powerful and the biggest part of the iceberg is what is unseen.
Management, the way the people create me. No, that lady way introduce her to me can tell her, say, here where you do so and so, and me go do so and so, and she can say, here where you do. Do one for me, we do one. The way the woman rate me, the woman where you introduce me to. Are you them for tank and no me management?
Yeah.
And them not realize it.
Yeah, man.
Me try me send everybody to everywhere to get the link to negotiate with the people them. And when we come to you and present it to you and you say, here where you do? Call that lady. Management, that lady that is my best friend up until today.
All right, big up. Me glad it work out.
Yeah, if me never do the right thing, that lady know me. So Ferguson, where you want to name? So me number they call me, man, and me will send a copy of my driver's license country. Okay, my brother?
All right. Thank you for taking the call. At short notice. Appreciate it. Yeah, man.
Yep. Respect and stay strong, yeah?
Yeah, man. Blessings every time. All right.
Mm.
All right. This was a fun show, the people. I'm going to run leave on the right here now. You understand me? That was Dub Hub. I'm part of Reggae Boys community. I hope you enjoy the show. 2 hours and 16 minutes. Look at 16 minutes extra. We don't even have 100 likes yet, do we? Oh yeah, we have over 100 likes. Appreciate that. You understand? We just need to get it over 1,000 views. And then we're good to go. We are around at 700 right now. So we need some more views to get it over that. So share it and let some other people do it. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You understand me? We're not going to agree on everything, and that is cool. Don't watch and don't subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. You understand me? Yeah. Yeah. All right. You want to take on Richard Ferguson. You want to take on Double. Link him up and take him on. But see the number on the screen there. But bless up. Like today, remember, later this evening we start our feature with we call it 17 from the 17s. So we're going to talk to 17 under 17s overtime. I think we said 20, but the under 17 persons within the under 17 team. We're going to do some 17 minutes interview with them on the platform. So 17 from the 17s in 17, because this under 17 go into the World Cup. All right. No, I don't know if any of them help with this at the Caribbean, but I think it is portions of the same band that does it. But people respect, every single one of you. Jam PL fan, bless up yourself, good Premier League games coming up this weekend. You understand me? Make sure you take them in. People, please be safe. You understand me? Live in peace and love and unity. Peace, love, and unity. Barrier rest of that too big. So bless up to you all. I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports, and as usual, when it gets to the end of the program, we say we are over and we are out of here.